Yes, good morning to all of you. Myself Mahesh Jagdish Pingle, lecturer Electronics Engineering, Government Polytechnic Ambad. So, dear students, in our previous lecture, we discussed about the antenna gain. So, where at which direction the radiation of the antenna is more, that will be decided by the gain. So, if the radiation is more in particular direction, we can say that antenna has maximum gain in that particular direction. For isotropic radiation or for the isotropic antenna, we said that the gain is uniform in all direction because isotropic antenna radiates energy equally in all direction. Now our today's point of discussion, it is nothing but to calculate the directive gain and to define the directive gain. So what exactly we mean by the directive gain? So while defining the directive gain, we can say that a directive gain is nothing but a ratio of power density radiated in that direction by a directional antenna to the power density radiated in that direction by a isotropic antenna. Suppose this is your isotropic antenna, and if this particular isotropic antenna, it is radiating uniformly in all direction, so whatever the power density measured at this particular point, so this power density is nothing but it is radiated by this particular antenna, which is nothing but a isotropic antenna. So whatever the power density transmitted or radiated by this particular isotropic antenna, suppose I will say it is power density by isotropic antenna. So PD isotropic, we can say that, or in short we say that it is suppose PDI. Now suppose if I am using a directional antenna, so suppose this is your practical antenna. So practical antenna is there, and suppose this particular practical antenna, it is a directional antenna, it will radiate energy in maximum in this particular direction. So whatever the power density transmitted by this particular practical antenna, suppose I will say that it is PDP or PR. So PDPR is nothing but power density transmitted by practical antenna, and PDI is nothing but power density transmitted by isotropic antenna. So directive gain is nothing but power density radiated in that direction. So whatever the direction, it is this direction. So both antennas are forwarding energy in this particular direction. So power density radiated in that direction by a directional antenna. So this is practical antenna is nothing but your directional antenna, right? Similarly, power density transmitted by isotropic antenna. So we can say that power density radiated by in that direction by directional antenna or practical antenna, suppose it is PDPR, and whatever the power density transmitted by a isotropic antenna, it is PDI. So we can say that directive is gain is nothing but power density by isotropic antenna divided by power density by practical antenna. Practical antenna is suppose directive, then it is directive antenna. Is it clear? So this is nothing but the first case, that is directive gain. I will repeat once again. So directive gain is nothing but the ratio of power density radiated in that direction by directional antenna divided by power density radiated in that direction by the isotropic antenna. Now this particular directive gain, it is also called as the power ratio, because there is relation between the power of power density of isotropic and power density of directional. Now both these power densities are measured in the same direction, and both the antennas radiate same amount of total power. So due to higher directivity of directional antenna will produce higher power density than that of the isotropic antenna, because there is more power density at this particular practical antenna or the directive antenna, and less power density at this particular isotropic antenna. Now for the directive antennas, so directive gain of the practical antenna, it should be always greater than unity. It must be more than one value. Now the directive gain can be defined in any direction. So in our previous example we have calculated directive gain in this particular direction. Now if we take the case that we want to calculate the directive gain, suppose in this direction. So for this particular case what we observed is that there is equal power density we observed for the isotropic antenna. So whatever the power density measured here, the same amount of power density it is also available here also, because isotropic antenna radiates equally in all direction. But for the practical antenna what we say that the maximum radiations are in this particular direction. So there is less or minimum radiations in backward direction. So whatever the power density we are observing in this particular backward direction, it is very much less. So at that time we can say that whatever the directive gain, it is less in this particular direction and more in this particular direction. So this particular concept belongs to the next term that is called as the directivity. So directivity, it is totally related with the directive gain. So while defining the directivity we can say that directivity is nothing but the maximum directive gain which is obtained in only one direction in which radiation is maximum. So if we take the example of practical antenna, we can say that there is maximum directive gain in this particular direction. So this is the direction where we can get maximum directive gain, and this is particular direction we can say that it is less directive gain. So if the directive gain is maximum in this direction and if the directive gain is less in this particular direction, at that time we can say that directivity is more in this direction and directivity is less in this particular direction. So this is all about the directivity. So while defining the directivity, I will once again repeat, directivity is nothing but the maximum directive gain which is obtained in only one direction in which radiation is maximum, right? Now let us move towards the next kind of gain term, that is called as the power gain. Now power gain is different, power ratio is different. Now while talking about the power gain, we can say that power gain is nothing but ratio of power fed to the isotropic antenna to develop some field strength and power fed to the directional antenna to develop same field strength. Suppose if we want to generate some field strength, some radiation pattern, so whatever the power fed it means given as an input to the isotropic antenna and power fed as an input to the directional antenna, the ratio of these two powers, it is called as the power gain. Now if we observe that in directive gain we are also treating the term as a power, and in power gain also we are treating the term as a power, but only the difference between the directive gain and power gain is that the directive gain, it is related with the output power. So whatever the power radiated by the antenna, it is related with directive gain. But in case of power gain, the power it is related here, it is nothing but the input power which is given to the antenna. So the radiated power decides the directive gain and the input power given to the antenna decides the power gain. So directive antenna it is correlated with the output power and the power gain it is related with the input power. Now if we see that these two gains, that is called as the directive gain and the power gain, are related with each other by some equation. So the equation, it is nothing but AP is equal to eta D. So where AP is the power gain, D is the directivity, that is called as the maximum directive gain, and eta is nothing but the efficiency of the antenna. So it is always 1 for the ideal lossless kind of antenna. So when the directive gain gets multiplied with the antenna efficiency, it is directly the power gain. So whatever the input power given, it will be calculated, or the ratio of power gain, it will be calculated. So this is all about the power gain, directive gain and the directivity of the antenna. So thank you very much.